I kept asking God this question over and over and over and over and over again. Show me something.
Okay.
Right now.
Right now.
Stop fucking playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, God is within me and all around me. I respect God, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Show me what the fuck is going on. This is real life, man.
Okay.
Fuck, show me something, man. Is this shit real? Like, this really happening out here?
Right.
What did you see?
And I seen UFO. UFO.
Yeah. Kool Keith.
DJ Spooky,
This is a true story. I was walking down one late night in the Bronx, Fordham Road, and I seen things. I mean, it was real. Megasonic atomic, utilize frequency and abilities, formats you try to photograph. European human being, cruising in the beam, drop top, you stop and make your girl's head pop from LA Express. When a fly sway vest from the mothership, you agree when I flip jet rockets, computer with money in my pockets, 809. Scientist flex, TV in the Rolex, Gogo Gomez, Tony Perez, Joe, we flow, cruise speed, ship slow, flying saucer, pretend that I never saw you. Two people see me green and I need a lawyer. UFOs on Fordham Road, can't reload. I'm moving travel, hurt my knee on gravel. Oh man, I fell. I'm seeing objects. 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 Hold your fire, that's what I told the FBI. So the other Martians, the incubator made me cry. Federal investigation at the gas station, you couldn't solve it, figure the equation. Infrareds on little people standing with some big heads. I was Captain Kirk walking with a black t-shirt. LAPD, the nurse asked if my knee hurt. I was in pain, little Martians trying to take my brain. Hospitals came, detectives wrote down my name. I was to blame, my life never been the same. A true story, I tell you, it'll never bore me. My classmate died, my other friend named Corey. Drinking 40s, he jumped out the project window, stabbed himself with a yellow number 2 pencil. I'm seeing objects. 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 I'm seeing objects.
Shimmering shape suddenly appears out of thin air.
As I walk down the street, I'm seeing different things. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
The startling footage we're about to show you was photographed by a 42-year-old, Romero Valadares. This video was taken yesterday afternoon at his son's 7th birthday in the city of Passo Fundo, Brazil. It was sent to the local news bureau there and sent to us via satellite just a few minutes ago. All initial opinions are this is genuine. What you're about to see may disturb you.
Murder forensicals, surrounded by alternative tentacles. Extraterrestrials step out of starships and pressure suits, claiming humans were created inside of test tubes. Horrifyingly huge eye sockets resemble head wounds, covered in protoplasm, jelly-like substance, looking like gold blooming the fly, but more dusted. Don't trust the reptilian tongue. They come in pieces what they claim, when they true intentions are to have the world in chains, enslaved. They came from beyond the stars, unexplainable. Religious people thought their coming was a sign from God. They thought these were the Elohim. When the first mothership arrived over the planet, it was a creepy scene. A huge hovering metal structure stretching for over 5 miles, every direction blocking perception. Every news channel, 24-hour coverage, stopping commercials. Doctors, experts, UFOs, crop circles, arguing generals in closed-door meetings. Religious cults claiming to know the meaning of these beings. Many of these cults claim to have been abducted, poked, prodded, and fist fucked, caught in a tractor beam and lifted up into the lab, strapped to a table made to endure a series of tests, pushing beyond the limits of stress. Waking up in the cornfield, naked, barely alive. Every inch of your body's a pain. Millenniums ago, star maps were drawn in sand. The meaning of the pyramids is long tortured man. Pharaohs and Hebrews, Mayans and Aztecs, mathematically perfect architects. The many gods are blessed. Hieroglyphics become the blueprint of primal physics. Pyramids bury kings, queens, tribal clerics. Radar signals from space bouncing off burnt rock, responsible for the traveling alien workshop.
Extraterrestrial sources visit the earth in flying saucers. Their sole purpose to search for metals, minerals, and fossils. The same hovercraft written in scriptures by apostles. They probably lost those scrolls that hold true to the cosmos on purpose to keep mankind searching for answers. I question ancestors' advancement. How'd caveman get so intelligent, inheriting genetic making from the Nephilim, some bred with daughters of men. The Elohim immaculate conceived Mary Magdalene. The blood was Merovingian. Others used reptiles and amphibians as specimens for their experiments. Hence came the lizardmen known as Draconian. Merlin the wizardson had Anunnaki origin. Nibiru orbiting, circling the portal opening, fastened by the belt of Orion. Sumerian tablets had pictographs identifying the mothership flying, and while the fathership was final. Celestial Chronicles, 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 Celestial Chronicles. Cast souls that absorb dark sides of moonlight through time zones, get swallowed by black holes. Repent the negative magnetic pull from your mental. Celestial Chronicles, intergalactic articles, scientific principles, atomic particles. Over eons, transform into planetary orb. Mirror image and cell division, the human genome's genetic code. Circle the globe, fertile the soil to produce specimens that Martians grew in artificial wombs. Human subjects inside of test tubes, within the nest newborns, nursed and nurtured by cyborgs. Furthermore, infinite the universe, eternal alpha and omega. Beta rays destroyed the data that made up all Earth's major. Gravitation orbiting the solar rotation. The moon is filled with alien bases, watching and waiting for nuclear detonation. Celestial Chronicles, 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 Celestial Chronicles.
We look upon the universe as a vast expanse of elements, essences, substances. But then we have transformed the world in which we live into a kind of cosmic laboratory. The universe exists very largely to be explored and to be conquered. We imagine it going on indefinitely through the infinities of space.
To me, the law is a simple matter. There is right and there is wrong. Come into my laboratory. I'd like to show you something. A power. Just waiting the key to unlock its secret. Oh, I see. And where is this power to be found? In the human mind.
Yeah, Frantik, the linguistic gymnast. Fake MCs get knocked the fuck out, you know what I mean? Yo, check it.
I'm defensive with the offense, the dialectic professing. Chop tops off the slimy image of the Loch Ness. I cash reckon and snap neck like whip wreck. I don't check and go straight to leaving a big mess. You're some nasty Aristotelian specimens who get blasted with massive amounts of ammo from my regiment. And I second that someone's mentioned that I am benevolent. Heaven sent me and the Messiah are not separate. Y'all shape shift and our auras ain't the same. You make them worship Jesus and don't say his real name. That's insane. Let me state my claim. First it was his name, then his motherfucking skin color change. For Christ's sake, when will this tomfoolery stop? Y'all rock chains like slaves. I want that jewelry to pop off your neck. Be glad, cause that can quickly be your head. Off your shoulders, it's tough, but I civilize instead. I spit boulders at you, patty cake, bubblegum, faggot rappers. You get smacked and whack, the fact is you're whack. I die from laughter, you fucking actors. Never been hard a day in your life. Then you hop on the track and say you jig with a knife. You spitting lies, you see us coming and run out of sight. But the night that we catch you gon' be the end of your life. That ain't right, I don't give a fuck what y'all devils saying. Verbal laser beams are spraying and leave these zombies decaying. All I see is snakes walking on 2 feet. These reptiles move around me, but I shall defeat whatever y'all bring forth. Y'all attracted to their guard magnetically. The open arm amphibian charmer. As I welcome them in, I'm crushing their fucking soul. It's not the act, but the principality of what they stole. All that gold in the core of the earth don't mean shit, but it was took, so that proves that I can't trust that bitch. And the grimace on their faces don't make them real at all, cause they bitch made envious ways just make them soft. They a flawed ass species that can't contend with us unless you hold a weak ass brain that they can turn their thoughts. It's a must I make you suffer. In the name of all my brothers and sisters, y'all made blind. You scale back the fuckers, overtaking their physical bodies to go undercover. I'm a rarity like when the solstice happen in the summer. You're a sin, I see through the skin disguise you're in. My starship destroy whatever craft the pilot in. It's obvious y'all the ones that spill the oil in the ocean. And BP really stands for the bringers of poison. They big planets, truthfully just beautiful pollution. Butane politics barely pay these institutions. And next they'll burn my pockets with them big ass prices. I believe the president never, he lasted the crisis. Run to your church and go pray under the steeple. This a holographic universe ran by snake people. Knowledge my wise dome and understand the cosmos. Mathematic lyrical equations only God knows. Knowledge my wise dome and understand the cosmos. Mathematic lyrical equations only God knows.
What brings you so far from home?
I've come on behalf of a great cause, to ask for your help.
Well, I can help you, yes I will. What is the cause?
To make a better world.
How will it be accomplished?
By destroying the demon.
I read this interesting article in the New Times the other day, about this strange man that went on a camping trip. And some interesting circumstance befell him. I'm not really sure, but I wrote something about that. Being a reporter. I understand. Due to the interesting scene that he had been through, an odd situation in this town he had went to. He went camping this time, just to clown around, surrounded by trees and solitude. He felt at ease, so finally after darkness spread like a disease, he set his campfire up and then went to sleep promptly after reading the Anne Rice book on vampires. Secrets are hard to keep, including location. He knew this himself. He tossed and turned on the frequent. A few hours later, the eastern sun rose. So did the gentleman. Reaching for his clothes, they were not where he had left them. They were by the lake. Some were somewhat shredded. Some were on fire, probably from the unleaded gasoline canister by his whip, which was in the lake too. Overturned, flipped, shocked wasn't the word. Let's pick paranoia. All these crazy fools trying to fuck with my trip. He doesn't know who would try to sabotage his equipment, especially his whip, which is now within the water. And now he's leery ever since that shit with his daughter at that ill place with the interesting hill. No time to chill pill. Of course it's all bad. He doesn't know who did it, but this is the real deal. Alright, recap. This guy just got his car thrown into the lake. Clothes burnt on fire. Now he's trying to kick it because he's still there and he's trapped. So we're gonna see what happens to him with this next verse. Later on that evening, the same man was eating some fish that he had caught, heart rapidly beating. Due to the mystery of what happened earlier, deflating and defeating all this prospective normalcy, it was twilight, the full moon would have shined bright, the sky looked somewhat violet, the whole forest was silent. On recent events affecting his life, he reflected just as unexpected he heard a rustling. A cloaked figure emerged, spontaneous tussling. The cloaked figure choked the man in unprovoked attack. The man weakly struck the guy's back and ripped off his cloak. There were tentacles still trapped around his throat. Up the lake sped a boat with no identifying marks. He was abducted, one time interrupted by a mysterious creature within the dank dark. Officials found him later, stripped of vital organs, confined to a tree. By snap fibula severed ACLs minus surplus parts. They ran a report. More solvents trees. Another odd damper on a fun camping trip. Camping trip. Yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm not really sure. You know, like I read the article. I was on the bus, 7 going to the studio and stuff. Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That man, you know, getting changed to a tree. Well, you found that pretty exciting. Yes, I did. It was very fun. Glad you liked it. Yeah, I just had to write this, you know, just to get my little practice on. But that kind of stuff really does happen. I think it was in Somas somewhere, 101 Freeway.
As I looked, behold, a stormy wind came out of the north. And a great cloud with brightness round it. And fire flashing forth continually. And in the midst of the fire, as it were gleaming bronze.
6,000 years ago, all of human civilization was influenced by visitors from outer space. The notion of extraterrestrial life, fact or fiction? Or can it only be described as unexplained?
Yeah, just coming off on some Old Testament type shit, know what I'm saying? In the beginning, where it describes the creation of Homo sapiens. If you check the original Greek and Hebrew translations, it says we were made in God's image. But you are probably uninformed. The original word they use to describe God is actually, in fact, plural. That's the actual meaning. The true description actually says that we were made in their image, as in anthropomorphically correct beings that stand erect with 2 arms and legs, one very small head, better known to most aliens as earthlings. Biblical proof for UFOs, World War II, Foo Fighters. Now if the Star of Bethlehem wasn't a sun, as in it moved across the night sky, lighting the path, showing the 3 wise men to the birthplace of Christ, then I'm guessing maybe it might have been a pretty accurate description of an alien abduction. So if angels are actually ancient astronauts, then it's probably not too good of an idea going around calling them names like aliens, cause it seems they were here way before us. Just ask the ancient Sumerians. Biblical proof of UFOs. From Roswell, New Mexico, to the Rendlesham Forest. From the lost city of Atlantis to the supercontinent of Pangea. From Machu Picchu to the Great Pyramid of Giza. From Edgar Casey to the Lady of Fatima. The Holy Quran is based upon the testimony of the Prophet Muhammad. The angel Gabriel appeared and revealed the word of Allah. In the Quran and the Bible both holy books speak of creatures called angels. Translation meaning messenger of God, or those who came from the heavens. Translation meaning the place and the space above the stars from another solar system. Another biblical description of the Immaculate Conception. God used no contraception. Imagine Michelangelo's painting of an earthling reaching up to touch God's finger. E.T.'s glowing finger pointing down, touching the Virgin Mary's privates. And the next thing you know, she's pregnant with the baby Jesus. I can see it all now. Joseph throwing a chair at God on an episode of Jerry Springer over some baby's mama's drama. Biblical proof of UFOs. You ask, how do I know? I can see it all now. Elliot on his bicycle flying over a full moon with the baby Jesus sitting up front in the basket. Not only does God want you to shop a Bible from a hotel and read it, but God also informed me that most importantly, God wants you to try and understand it. Basic information before leaving Earth, as in the word Bible being an acronym, hidden mysteries of the Bible code, the illuminated manuscript, literature written in the forbidden zone of the esoteric cult books, Dead Sea Scrolls unrolls to reveal reveal the presence of extraterrestrials, messengers from God, those who send it from the heavens and fell to earth, and so it goes. Biblical proof of UFOs.
Circus is so blasphemous,
but I'm sure there will be someone else to dispute all this. MCs are thick and still need more clues to scientific evidence to reveal the presence of extraterrestrials. Biblical proof of UFOs. Oh, you ask how do I know? I can see it all now. Elliot on his bicycle flying over a full moon, with the baby Jesus sitting up front in the basket. The sons of God fell to earth to wed the daughters of man, and saw that they were fine. And all the cave girls were jocking the gods, and so they boned and mated, bearing 10 attempts and created man. The first man crawled on all fours, cause the Neanderthal girls were easy ass whores, and the angels were made by God and disobeyed and played the role of Satan, jumping our evolution and created us bastard race, the slaves known as human. And ever since then it's been a downward spiral quest for fire in this Garden of Eden, more famously known to us as the earth that was once a sacred place, until us humans came along and eventually fucked up everything. We were not even supposed to be here in the first place, but because of those damn demons disobeyed and made us alien hybrid primate humanoid bipeds. And because of this gift of life, we were born of original sin. Human beings are doomed to commit this shit over and over and over again. It's called rape.
In the beginning, God created beast and man so that both might live in friendship and share dominion over a world of peace. But in the fullness of time, evil men betrayed God's trust, and in disobedience to his holy word waged bloody wars, not only against their own kind, but against the apes whom they reduced to slavery. Then God in his wrath sent the world a Savior.
Comets flash like space sabers come on, and they wiggle their tails at him. All he would like. Or he just had to raise his little finger, and the Milky Way changed to color. And then pickle, and nothing train off him. Now,
UFOs, unidentified flowing objects, space explorers, Optimus Ron's cosmic aura, the adolescents, What Up Green Lantern, and Brother 5. Let me take you through a ride in the UFO through my mental space. Check. As gravity leaves my presence, I become spacebound. Feet leave the ground, in the back of my mind I hear the awful sound of a record needle drop onto the outer rings of Saturn. Get out my constellation chart to interpret stars' patterns. I need my companions among uncharted regions of the Andromeda. Farthest point from the sun, so there's no need for thermometer. Barometer used to measure the pressure in my cabin. Atmosphere is filled with carbon. In the capsule, I'm the captain. Captions capture your rapture to leave some intrigue. Linking us into progression when I'm linked with my colleagues. Fatigue is averted and then converted into its inverse. Put down the track to invent, then introduce the verse. Disperse it overhead like beams from a satellite. Then connect with the explorers to confirm all of the data type. Jedi self-contained in the domain, though hard to sustain. When I witness the magnification from the heat of the sun's laser, depleting the heavens and melting polar glaciers, dilute away into the oil-infested water. All species on the brink of extinction, Mother Nature's form of slaughter. Extraordinary extravaganzas when we let loose our stanzas in composition. Commence the commentary of our current position. Not even a magician could pull a surprise out of his hat as loud as the rhythms heard pounding from my habitat. Bass drum kick and hi-hat create with the most barest elements. Eloquent vibrations complement the spin from Earth's rotation. Separation from me and this world's inevitable. Incredible endeavors through the space of thought. It's Optimus Rhymes, cosmic aura, three prominent astronauts. Three prominent astronauts. It was the last of the sunlight, so I knew I had to use the energy efficiently. So I rode the raisin before the sun expanded. Eventually we reached the dunes of sands, and it didn't stop there. I know it kept going, slowing for those who choose to join. Drop your coin and take a token, the hourglass is broken. Time is what you make of it. I chose the fit to be an author, writing books inside my head. Copyright them, sell them to myself, dub them, put them on a shelf so I can fix my health. Avoiding flaunting my name on tape so the rate of its value doesn't lessen. I learned a lesson that conclusions ruin dreams and wishes, and at the end of the cycle the dishes are clean. Streaks of character and confidence are never again seen. Diversity is the key to world renewed. Students turn to mutants. Now we are the aliens to the aliens we call aliens. Rarely I appreciate the dirt and how it fertilized the hurt and suffering to our own. This chromosome in space will not exist forever, so let's endeavor to a new place, a race of genderless residents, where elephants shouldn't dance for crowds, a place where clouds are soft and sturdy, and dirty minds rewind themselves to where the individuals succeed in visual of future accidents, then repent and make a new start with two hearts, one for later and one to savor as the moment is sealed in peace. I believe this place does exist to release a sense in our dreams and happy thoughts when we're spacing class. So what you see in doctor's blots is different for everybody, and everybody will be different. I've experimented with this laziness, it's wonderful and colorful, but this is my version of the fantasy. So I rode the ray past insanity. I didn't look back, cause if I did I knew I would lose the feeling inside my toes and in my head. So I turned the lights out, smashed the alarm clock and went to bed.
Exploring space in an unknown place, the aerospace of my database, and my birthplace is also my current breathing space. I smash the whack, crack, snap their back, pin them up on the wall like a tag. He should have known from the start this was a mismatch, a shooting match. Started but it ended quick like Nestle. The day you wage wars on the space explorers, you best be. Come unprepared, stared at my general direction and got burnt. Showed up to the battle and got schooled like a student, yes he got learned. Taught, brought, no freestyle flows at your side. You got denied, you tried, but soon after got fried. Plug your flow, stop and go like the plug in your bathtub. Thinking you could step to me like you were an alcoholic and I was a pub. Now these space explorers come together like a jigsaw puzzle, linked up and felt the blast like the end of a gun muzzle. The team of three dispatched like cops. Whoa, there goes Pop, writing hip hop, yelling all hail hip hop. Unidentified flowing objects. Unidentified flowing objects. For real, let's show them.
These dreams are flashes where you see the dog.
There was a dog. It used to come by my house when I was a little kid. It would stand outside the window just watching me.
Did it do anything? I mean, did it ever try to attack you?
No, I keep thinking about it like maybe it's not really a dog, maybe it wasn't really a dog.
But what do you mean?
I don't know, like maybe it was something else. I get the feeling like it was something else, you know?
Like what?
I don't know, man. Can you help me? Is there a way to find out what's happening to me, what's wrong with me?
Well, if you're willing, we can try some hypnosis.
Whatever it takes. I have to find out what's going on. I have to find out what's happening to me.
All right. I want you to let your mind drift back to the night of September the 3rd. You went to bed early. You were sleeping soundly. You were sleeping very, very soundly. You're in your bed.
Inhabit other planes and planetoids, the carcass left behind's a walking flashback. Scars from the G-forces, quantum jump jet lag. Cells implode from the compression, painful as it pops the ears. Double-throated blue skin bitches, the ships of crystal tears. Soldiers literally shooters, camouflage and ghillie suits, commando style. Blizzard equipping the T-force, skinny boost, gelatinous. The fetuses were grown inside a pool of goop. Telepathically, I was summoned to join another group. The halls were cold, operation table tools, a solid gold, photonic blast. Weapons explosions like giant spores of mold. Worm-like creatures constructing a nest from metal parts. Three-dimensional laser displaying the cartographic charts. Arms and legs were long and lanky, nimble through the cross spaces. Angered them, revealing rules of teeth that's built them all faces. Made to sleep on fecal matter, noisy, intermittent shrieks. Insectoid compound stomachs digest a lot for weeks. Drop me once off Empasate, twice no Bergen Braddock Park. Close encounter of the second kind, they left their landing marks. Tip me, drop me back in bed. Marrow sample, driller bone paralysis. Frozen and tried to reach the telephone. Seen liquid smoke indicative the cooling pipes were flaming hot. Heavy Ford work line, rows of sentient blinking bots. I could've slipped, I started to climb. Some sort of bioslime, suspended animation in nitrogen tanks for cryo time. They fed us pellets, memories are fresh. I'm there, can almost smell it. No sound coming out the mouth. I'm screaming, helping, yelling, panic stricken. Torture test, electrocution, backflipping. Fire from the belly of the sun. Alone for mad missions, just a vessel. Lobster clasping mantises, the train to wrestle. Interstellar traveler, accoutrements for Captain Special. Dizzy after walking, wobbly, fozzy, freaking fuzzy fuckers. Cotton candy webbing, form a chrysalis. The bind, sucker symbol of a kissing crane. Yogi sent a sleeping pod. Atmospheric sudden disturbances, shrieking, screaming God. Synthetic fiber spun in spools, shiny, ferny, big plants. Marking us like cattle with itchy subdermal implants. Conscious but unparalleled, watching them as they fraternize us. Silence as they move in the shadows, no sense in advertising. Why they treat us in that fashion? Buckets slopping tiny rations. Incubators with hybrid humans, abominations. Hatching face look like a chest buster. Body of an armadillo. Compounds erasing your memory, smattered on your pillow. Every other night appearing, pressure dropping, light refracted. Radiated leakage on the ground and leave it compacted. Travis Walton, Whitley Street, beats like Betty Barney Hill. Hypnotic regression confirming they coming for me still.
I'm Dan Blatt, I'm a golf pro. For years I worked real hard at suppressing all abduction memories. Now that I remember, I'm scared to death almost all the time. I know they'll be coming for me again. They always come back.
My name is Ruth Kennedy. I'm a housewife, and I don't think we should be afraid of them. I feel like the initial fear is on our side, an all too human fear of the unknown.
My name is Margaret Hussey. I'm a stockbroker. I feel fortunate that they selected me. I think we're all really lucky, special. We've been chosen for a higher purpose. We should be proud of being marked in this way.
Javier Perez. I'm a foreman. We're laboratory rats. That's all. Specimens. They've been manipulating my life since I was a little boy. And they never asked permission. They never once asked.
Talk about the men from outer space and they came for a visit. I tell it and you will believe me. They had funny green eyes and they tried to deceive me. They say that they come in peace, a joke at the very least. Then they took me in the belly of the beast. Mothership connection, a midnight abduction fastened to my head. A whole bunch of suction devices, a luxury layout like ISIS health spa. They had wrinkles like my grandma. They ripped off my arm and they sewed it back on. They strapped me in a helmet like I got right out of Tron. I wish I had Megatron to blast them, at least take a photograph. The fact is, my friends are gonna laugh if they ever talk to me again.
Hear what Rod did this weekend?
I was abducted by aliens.
Driving down a dirt road late at night, and I'm using the brights, all chilled with fright. The car stopped working, my nerves started hurting. I always believed, but this shit's alerting. Woke up in a medical room all alone, with the needle down my dome. I just wanna go home. Then through the door, 3 figures arrived. Only 4 feet tall, so I try to get live. Cause I wanna stay alive like the soccer team. They tell me that they know me. The rhyme machine wanna take me apart to see how I ran. So I try to take charge like solo, but that was a no-go. Woke up 12 days later behind Rodo's restaurant. My dreams still haunt. So be careful what you wish for, you might get what you want.
rap race, cause there ain't no gangsters all up in your face. Trying to get ahead of ya, always there to better ya. I got the milky flow and I'm chilling in the nebula. I wanna be a star but not a burning sun, cause I already am one. Funky goddamn one. I wanna fly in my spaceship. Do you think aliens listen to the tragically hip? Nah, they probably listen to Mandrill. Fly off the handle. Never know Barbara Mandrill. I slam well, bugging moving at light speed on me. All the aliens want to breed with the earthlings, but first things first, I'm thirsty. We're hungry. I need a space sandwich. Pops out the space gun, open in utopia, making the place fun.
Alien nation. Alien nation. Alien nation. Alien nation. Alien nation. Fear felt, fear never did this. I wish this, I just wish this feeling I could resist, but my wish thrown like a clenched fist. Standing in the forest, staring out into the mist. I have no choice, I didn't ask to be here. Voices in my ear, visions getting less clear. They're here, no dreams, this is not up in my head. A blast of ice on my neck and I fall like lead. I wake up on a bed, but it's more like a table. Grazed doll boxes and a blurry mess of cable. Towers, turntables on a speaker, body getting weaker. FEMA makes me drink from the speaker. Walk me hand in hand down a bright hallway. Terror stiffens me and my mind bends away. Where I woke up where I started. Everything was numb and all my memories were parted. An owl was the first thing that I witnessed. My muscles were sore like I just finished fitness. Rotors was where I thought this had finished. Look on life diminished, take me back to my wishes. Everyone simply points the other way, but when you've been there, there ain't nothing you can say. Cover-ups, bullshit, and plain out lies, but they've never looked deep inside those big black eyes.
Far away. No, wait. This ain't no science fiction I be kicking. Instead of harsh reality as aliens be tricking. Sticking Earth specimen in their vessel. Men and mice and whatever's in between. Not very nice. You're lucky to escape with your life. Making orphans of your children and of course a widow of your wife. You went beneath the knife in an operating room on a UFO, the origin of which we can't presume. You're doomed. When you return to the Earth, your incredible claims will decrease your self-worth. I feel for you, dear. Wait, come here, it appears there's a mark behind your ear. Fear now plays a major role in your existence. People heard your tale, so now they keep their distance. 3 roommates with scars in the exact same spot. Coincidence? I think not. You just bought your ticket to the loony bin, admitting that you were taken in by little green men.
How did you get to Earth?
It's a matter of harnessing the energy of light. I know that sounds crazy to you. You beings are eons away from discovering light travel.
Travel at the speed of light?
Oh no, we can travel many times that speed. Various multiples of c. Otherwise, the trip here would have taken about 1,000 years now, wouldn't it?
Nothing can travel faster than the speed of light.
I would say that you've misread Einstein, Dr. Powell.
I've had regular sleepless nights since the age of 15, hooked up to twisted mind control machines. Let me try and explain what I've seen, cause it feels more real than just another bad dream. Men in white coats crowding round, taking notes, inserting microchips and needles into my neck and throat. Every limb tied in straps as I struggle, hearing a voice say try to relax. They crown round the monitor but all I see is their backs. They turn to reveal something unreal, they're shapeshifters. They turn green with little eyes, double in size, looking like incredible Hulk weightlifters. Scaly skin, 3 eyes and a 4-foot long tail. Sharp teeth, bad breath and green saliva leaving a trail. I realise they're reptilian and my lungs cease to excel. I can't breathe, feels like I'm drowning in a fire of hell. That's when I wake 5 hours before my alarm clock bell. With a cold sweat and a shake, with visions too graphic to describe in detail. But even if I could find words to describe these images, who could I tell? Who could free my mind from this third dimensional cell without looking at me like I'm crazy? Cause it might just well be these trembling hands and dark eye bags make me look a little unhealthy. Save me, feels like I can't go to sleep till I'm resting at least 6 feet deep. Cause the midnight hours where the nightmares creep and snatch my body from under the bed sheets. These beings take me by control into the U.F.O. and have done for 3,000 nights on a roll. One night the general of the Nibiru ship had something he wanted to show about the effects of global warming and the new ice age snow. He said he'll let me go back to Earth as long as I show which each prophecy's worth and not to worry about my previous reptilian nightmare curse. He told me that both sides have been studying my physical since my birth. Each night they'll both battle to see who can snatch me first. They will give me knowledge but the reptiles made me feel worse. Let me break down the history of the Elohim in this verse. The Elohim have been civilized for 23 billion years on Nibiru. 10 million years ago they made life on Mars when the red planet was blue. They control volcanic activities and oceans so clear or see-through. When the planet dried up they came here on a ship with Anu, the great father of Enlil and Enki. Man was made here by those three, the Holy Trinity. Enki wanted man to have a family, so he taught Adam how to fuck Eve under the life-giving tree. Enlil became furious and declared his own brother an enemy. He turned him into a serpent made to crawl on his belly, so Enki remained hidden waiting patiently for Enlil's descendants to grow strong like an Elysian army. The end of the golden age came quite suddenly. 2 continents sunk to the underworld silently. All the gods watched from the mountains close by as Enki and the Dragonian serpents took flight to the sky. The flood survivors had to wait for 40 days to find dry ground. Maps have been found proving the people knew the earth was round. When they landed they had to build great cities again without the help of the gods, cause by this time they were just mainly men who prospered and grew in numbers and eventually forgot about the others, the other beings who existed in our universe, the ones I spoke of earlier on in this verse. The Dragonians who went to space when the heavens burst, forever flooding the 2 greatest continents on the earth. Atlantean and Lemurian survivors repopulated in Africa. In Kemet they had cures for deadly diseases like cancer and knew the sciences of how to embalm a corpse and make it live forever. Now the teachings have been lost and a different story is told. Not ours, but his story is told. The world's records can be found in the Dead Sea Scrolls, so don't swallow what the government feeds you, cause they don't tell you about the reptilians interbreeding. It's true. When you wake up people think you're crazy too. They'll call you paranoid for thinking your phone's tapped into. Surveillance cameras everywhere following you. We're being inhabited like caged animals in the zoo. The whole planet's brainwashed. The magic we once practiced has now been lost. We can't levitate or walk through walls no more. We have no shame in to come and cure ourselves from the fiery image of hell we live in. The earth consists of deaf, dumb, blind men and women. We have to go back to thinking like children and let our mind discover other vibrations so we can tune into the 4th and 5th dimension with or without the help of intoxications. Who says that fantasies and hallucinations ain't real? They could be the time that secrets are revealed, to give sight to the blind and the ill, to have the ability to touch and feel soulful spirits that reach out from the outer limits, come in the form of flying saucer visits. The ancients recorded the account of floating domes. The story is hidden through architectured royal buildings and homes. You see kings and royals all connected through the skull and bones, who live in subterranean mountain bases, hidden tunnels, networks and other places. Celestial spaceships that orbit the solar, but the prophecy gives the day when all this will be over. 2500 AD, in a radiated hot October, we'll be attacked by an asteroid shower, so we'll be forced to flee back to Al-Nitak in the constellation of Orion, where the goddess sat, awaiting our arrival to the new kingdom, the new world and the new heaven. Back to square one again, to relive the same timeline. Amen. Rah!
Nothing can accelerate to the speed of light because its mass would become infinite. Einstein said nothing about entities already traveling at the speed of light or faster, at tachyon speeds.
Tachyon?
Radioactive ET, human hybrid, the super psychic, black orb, solar warden, enter portals of the immortals, the unborn lords within, formless and shapeless. You know Atma like you know what your fate is. I am the culmination of carbon mechanic, astral traveling through cloaked planets when they travel in spaceships with telepathic psychic interfaces. Industrialization of our solar system has been hidden in the blood genetic experiment within 26 elements, 22 genetic programs of ET human hybrids traveling in cigar-shaped spaceships, the dark fleet outside the solar system, the global galactic league of nations, DNA manipulation, Earth delegations, and ET federations and lunar operations on the dark side of the moon. Mantis crab, 0-point energy, artificial gravity, secret advanced technology of interplanetary corporate conglomerate, destroying the ominous draconians in underground cities in Antarctica.
11th level subterranean magnetic levitation transportation station initiation black projects operation propulsion speed Mach 3 power generation activation element 115 anti-gravity amplified frequency manipulation capacity reverse phase force field cancellation inertia properties effectively location classified secret space program facility room lake jump room stargate quantum computer calculation equation of the algorithm to go beyond the speed of light dimensions black holes and entities through space and time advanced propulsion generation location origination the doors constellation scientific information from advanced civilization applications of free energy and blueprints of spaceship technology.
It's a no-brainer like lobotomies. They've been masking genocide by AI technology, algorithmic biometric manipulation of humanity, bioengineering, xenobots mixed with stem cells, quantum computing and nanotechnology has been real. True augmented alternate realities merging with AI and machines with human beings, digital minds and super intelligence connected to the brain in a symbiotic interface, controlling neural pathways, bio-digital social programming without your consent to advent of 5G, nanotechnology from chemtrails making sheeple crazy, turning to cyborgs with brain hypoxia. The cabal's a bunch of devils with no problem offing you, just so they can see the secrets of the simulation, like more advanced extraterrestrial civilizations.
Contact and telepathic communication. Enlightened entities from star systems light years away across the galaxy. The central sun projecting photons, emanating energies that are elevating the ascension into 5D, upgrading humanity biologically, genetically. 12 strands of DNA, uplifting the densities and mass awakenings. Sacred geometry, mathematics, unlocking the Akashic access. Cerebral subconscious cortex. Decrypting the context of hieroglyphics, depicting spaceships and concepts, connecting the next complex Mercury vortex schematics, replication and reproduction, plasma power production, wireless transmission conduction, high voltage alternating current induction, atomic energy supply consumption, and the shadow government operations malfunction, the apex of the Black Ops projects. Black Ops projects.
I've got this word written up here, apocalypse. And you look up the dictionary, it says the revealing of the truth. The word is words put together. Apo, Gali, Psihi.
The aliens, they landed, anal probes, microchip genetic strands manipulated, humans branded like cattle. Look up in the sky, and you may see unidentified flying objects all throughout the globe. There's been numerous eyewitness accounts, many galactic battles, stealth cloaking devices blind to the naked eye. People in Alaska missing, secret government dealings and missions. They trade humans for technology. Antarctica might be the headquarters. Is it the Greys, reptilians, or Anunnaki? Who is to say with these man-made names history explodes? exploited and fabricated. Brainwashing tactics, slave trades, the barcodes are in your brain. Triggered through eye scans, go ahead and laugh thinking I'm crazy. The conspiracy is real. Even the Bible that you sheep will read, believe and die for tell you that mankind has been visited throughout time by these ancient astronomers, angels, demons, devils and gods, philosophies, philosophers, prophecies, amazing stories, adventures and odysseys. All of a sudden, in the 19th century, in just 100 years, now we have all this amazing technology, touchscreen cell phones, satellites in the sky, cloning humans, and secret elite medicines that will keep you alive for 5 lifetimes. You sheep will need to wake the fuck up and open your third eye.
I've got this word written up here, apocalypse, and you look up the dictionary, it says the revealing of the truth. The word is words put together, apo, gali, psichi.
Age of Aquarius, star-seeded, star children gifted like no other generation. Let's go back to the days of Atlantis, right before the precipice. Apocalypse is apotheosis. So God is a supreme being that made man splendid. Well then, now think about that for a second. How does that sound right now? How does that register and sit with your spirit? Who feels it, knows it? Holy Ghost takes control sometimes when I flow, yo. Many may think they know, many may search their entire life for it, yo. But only a few have truly experienced the divine feeling. All-seeing eye on the back of the dollar bill controls the majority of you all. Without a doubt, eventually the wicked will fall. Multi-dimensional beings been controlling this entire globe for a long time, y'all. Morality is at the highest downfall. Upon a mountain of lies, one truth on top of them all will make the entire mountain of lies crumble. Savage heathens running wild through this concrete jungle. They have you all living in a fucking bubble of ignorance. Reality TV, poisonous fast foods, poor education. At the top of the pyramid stands a mighty alien Satan. 7-headed dragon, 7 nations under the authority to consume everyone's psychic energy. Controlling your thoughts, actions, beliefs. Using currency and trade as a necessity for your survival. Who will be liable for all the death and destruction as you brainwash fucks clutch to your Bible? Nothing has changed, my friend. Trust in self, search within, and be at peace with the God that we are within.
I'm in a tight jam caught between worldly confrontation. The Earth's government wants me for isolation. Situation critical, feds are moving quick. I'm running for my life just to reach the mothership. In a tight situation, worldly confrontation. The Earth government wants me for isolation. Situation critical, feds are moving quick. I'm running for my life to reach the mothership. I came home and found this letter on my door. What's more, I started tripping when I read what this letter was for. It sounded as fast as I could read, kid, I'm getting locked up. What the fuck, I put the letter down and Kool looked around. Witnesses claim that I'm an alien being from a UFO scene that they should never see. I'm the ex-con doing my own thing. I'm on my biz, no time for pointing fingers at kid. Tried to blend in, stay clean, and Mac these queens. A scientific expedition studying human beings. I'm in a tight jam on the brink of worldly confrontation. The Earth's government wants me for isolation. Situation critical, feds are moving quick. I'm running for my life, trying to reach the mothership. You can chase me if you wanna. 2400 hours, my troops and have me out of here. You can chase me if you wanna. 2400 hours, my troops and have me out of here. So the whole night I'm bugging, right, unraveled at the scenes. Couldn't be in the border, waiting for orders from headquarters. They're coming, kid, pack it up and head for the rendezvous. Disappear discreetly somewhere where they can't find you. Shake up all the trails behind you. None can follow, just survive for the night, and we'll be there by tomorrow. Departure ETA is 2400 hours. We're more advanced kids, so don't sweat those cowards. Yeah, you can chase me if you wanna. See, 2400 hours, my troops and have me out of here. You can chase me if you wanna. 2400 hours, my troops and have me out of here. Now I can't call my girl cause I suspect she's tapped. And if we make contact, the baby's bound to get jacked. She must be bugging cause she's paging, I ain't here to back. I can't eat or sleep, humans crowd my peace. Froze all my assets, told my job I'm deceased. No sweat, I'll double up and head back to the streets. Live like a big nigga for gunfights and rhyme women. Come correct in the Lex, do dirt and fucking lemons. Bounce the flex, I got feds on my tip. Grant can't slip, son, I'm living for the outcome. Fate is something player, no cadet learns the outcome. When it's your time to die, you can read it in the sky. When the dead man's walking, you can see it in his eye. I scrolls around town, trench down, staring at the ground, hoping nobody makes a silent. All I can do is clutch a letter, what's the meaning in the writing? It's been 700 years since I was seen here to decide if mankind of this world had the right to live or die.
This is Akbar, the intergalactic Asiatic starfighter, creative rhyme writer. I meditate like a spider. And I'm with my man Reese Nath. We teach math. Raptivists, black activists. Check the hi-fi, sci-fi. It's about to go down in your town. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yo. I was walking down the street late one night when I looked up in the sky, cause I spotted a light. I said to myself it couldn't be the moon, and it wasn't a plane or a weather balloon, but whatever it was ready to land. So I didn't try to play no Superman. I began to walk, then I started to run so I could drop the dime, dial 911. I said, yo, officer, I think that you should know that I just spotted a UFO. He said we can't go on just by what you say, cause we get calls like this every day. In order for us to write out a report, you must have evidence of some sort. Well, I didn't even get a chance to interrupt, cause the next thing I knew, the pig hung up. I checked my watch, it was 3:45. Then I ran to the house, opened up the door, jumped in the bed and took a Tylenol, and tried to forget the whole thing I saw. But it was what it was. What was it, cuz? But it was what it was. What was it, cuz? But it was what it was. What was it, cuz? A UFO flying low. I couldn't budge, look up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane, feels like I'm stuck. I must have struck a nerve in my brain. Yo, I saw the mothership. Visions of the crystal city made a brother flip. It was the mothership. Yo, I saw the mothership. Visions of the crystal city made a brother flip. I was smack dab in the middle of a wonderful dream when I was suddenly awoken by a frightening scream. My first reaction was to grab my heat, pull down the covers, threw back the sheets, looked over to the window, sprang to my feet. Outside, I saw mad people on the street in a state of shock. Somebody called the cops to quiet the riot, but now they pulling out blocks, shutting down blocks, busting shots in the sky. But why even try to defy the Most High? It was a divine sign, encounter of the third kind. Let my word shine till the planets realign. Tell the angels to hold the 4 winds before the world ends when the Lamb descends. Introducing them to the New Jerusalem to settle the pain and end the devil's reign. The mothership came. I saw the mothership. You might think I'm on the brink of some other shit, but it was what it was. What was it, cuz? But it was what it was. What was it, cuz? But it was what it was. Actually, my angelic brothers was coming back for me. Yo, I saw the mothership. Visions of the crystal city made a brother flip. It was the mothership. Yo, I saw the mothership. Visions of the crystal city made this brother flip. It was the mothership. Yo, I saw the mothership. Visions of the crystal city made a brother flip. It was the mothership. Yo, I saw the mothership. Visions of the crystal city made this brother flip.
SOS.